Get the W. Nice job by the offense putting you in position.
A huge pressurized kick coming.
Hey, and welcome back to our Southern Miss Dynasty experience. I'm CD Harrington, and this is episode 3 of our rebuild. Recruiting battles are heating up with some big developments on a few targets you don't want to miss. And we continue action on the field with 2 more games, with one including a nail-biting field goal against a conference opponent. If you're new here, thanks for checking out my channel, and don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying the content. In the last episode, we experienced a roller coaster of emotions as we came away with an easy win, but also experienced our first crushing defeat of the season. Don't worry if you missed it, I've got the link for you down in the description below. We're jumping straight into on-field action today with an away game against Jacksonville State.
A few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field.
Jacksonville State gets the ball to begin, but we aim to make a defensive stop.
Forges ahead.
They make a nice run here on second down, but our defense is ready to force a 3 and out.
It's Turner.
We force the 3 and out, and now it's time for our offense to get to work.
Job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams.
Takes the handoff. It's Clark.
We're having early success running the ball, so we're going to keep hammering the run game in hopes that we break a big gain.
They'll get it to the 40. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Still running at the 40. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown.
Chandler Pittman touchdown. Bow to your sensei. And their fans are not happy about our first score. The momentum is swinging, we're back on defense, and it doesn't take long for our guys to make a big play.
Screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got some room to run. Lowers that shoulder.
After the interception, we drove the field to set ourselves up for a touchdown.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
We missed a 2-point conversion, and on the next drive, Jacksonville State catches us slipping with a big screenplay.
Smashes ahead. 9.
This wide receiver breaks my ankles in 3, 2, 1.
Working that left side now.
And a beautiful pass by their quarterback here has them set up nicely for a touchdown.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. He makes the catch in the end zone.
I thought this would be an easy game, but they are making things uncomfortable after that first half score. Hopefully my offense has an answer.
To take it to this defense. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
We end the first half on a high note, but the same can't be said for our third quarter. Our opening drive stalls out, but thankfully, so does theirs. Back and forth we go throughout the third quarter, but eventually, someone has to make a big play.
Hunt, they'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
Unfortunately, they beat me to it.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Paul. Got enough space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Sure, we still have the lead, but it's small, like a tiny slice of cake. It's sweet, but nothing to celebrate. We need points. And I guess 3's better than none, but I still need a larger slice of cake so we can celebrate this win.
To save them with his foot. He's looking to throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got
Forget tiny slices. This man just brought us the whole cake.
And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
But Jacksonville State just kept fighting. They really wanted to spoil our party.
Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. He's showing it all. Now
But in the end, they knew we wanted to party, so they gave us a gift.
It's a fumble. A defense scoops it up.
And that's how this one ends. Southern Miss 29, Jacksonville State 17.
Workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe
Dakota Thomas brings home Player of the Game honors with 3 catches for 77 yards, but it's not enough to earn him National Offensive Player of the Week. That honor goes to MJ Morris from Maryland. Defensive Player of the Week goes to Bo Masco from Rutgers. Let's go, Bo. We finally got some shakeup in the Heisman race with Jackson Dart from Ole Miss taking the lead and a surprise appearance from Georgia Southern's Dalen Cobb. On to recruiting updates, we still have a lead on quarterback Diego Angulo, and we move from stalking his social media to sending him a DM to try and seal the deal. And our tactics work. We get our first committed Golden Eagle. Welcome aboard, Diego Angulo. We also landed Jason Demerit, a 3-star wide receiver from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Will he be the next Calvin Johnson? Probably not. But like Megatron, Jason is 6'5", and you can't teach that. We've got a big lead on Lee Smalls, but he still hasn't narrowed down to his top 5 schools, so we can't schedule a visit or begin the next phase of recruiting with him. Thankfully, a week later, we had enough influence to get his campus visit scheduled. We do have a tiny lead on Mitch Trahan over Mississippi State. I desperately want to sign him because he's a 4-star gem. He would be a program-changing caliber player for us. Unfortunately, 2 weeks later, Mississippi State put that dog in Mitch Trahan. I'm very sad to see this one go. We also lost Steve Rohrwasser to Ole Miss, and with all these Rebel recruits, I know the Empire must be getting pretty nervous. We sent the house on Kyrie Jordan, set a hard pitch for Devin Chesina, threw a soft pitch at Pat Siegler, and made a call to Miles Bouyer's parents.
Hey, Mr. Bouyer.
That wraps up recruiting updates and leads us straight into our next home game against the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns.
Stop to that return at the 22. So Southern Miss's offense takes the field for the first time today.
Our offense was on the verge of going 3 and out when Tate Rodemaker drops a dime behind tight coverage to Ty Mims. These types of beautiful throws make revamp passing a joy to play with at times. Another 3rd down here, and the middle linebacker gives us a massive gap to run through. But even after some nice plays, we're unable to punch in a touchdown and settle for a field goal attempt.
Square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch.
Now we need our defense to step up and make a stop.
Looking to throw, it's Fields. He looks that one in nicely. Converted 3rd and long, this one from the 44. And he's not going to get there.
The nasty bunch just made a big defensive stop. Now it's time for our offense to make the most of it.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
Dakota Thomas with the big play sets us up, and then...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
I think our offensive linemen are allergic to football because that's a bad reaction. On the next drive, their running back has some nice carries. He has a filthy juke right here. Thankfully, our defense is able to make a stop, and we hold them to a field goal opportunity.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
Their defense puts us in another 3rd and long situation, but I notice the press coverage on the outside and give it a shot with the go route.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it down the right side. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
The Ragin' Cajuns finish the first half with the field goal, but they're not okay with that. They come out swinging at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, I think you...
The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. Trying to take it back.
Our defense just wasn't having it, and look at this, taking it all the way back for a pick 6. The Ragin' Cajuns weren't ready to quit yet. A big strike to the wide receiver here, and I love my defenders. Jump right there. Our lead shrinks to under a touchdown, so we need to put together a good drive here. There's still plenty of time left on the clock, so we don't want to play too conservatively, but we've got to take good care of the ball. Remember what I said about revamped passing? Yeah, when it works, it's great. A big improvement over last episode in our game against South Florida.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Still on his feet at the 45. He hit as he threw it.
Our drive stalls out, and this is a crucial field goal attempt. We need points, and I botched it.
Here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. What a disappointment.
What a disappointment indeed. On to the next one.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns.
Well, now we're in trouble. But on the bright side, they don't get the 2-point conversion.
We're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage, and these guys up front are going to be pinning their...
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And
okay, now we're really in trouble. We've used all of our timeouts. All we can hope for is a defensive stop and a forced field goal. Best case scenario, he misses. Worst case scenario, we have to get a touchdown. Best case scenario it is. This is our final drive. We must come away with points to get this win. Not a good start. Time is not on our side. We hurry up to the line and hope for a big play.
He's going up top here late in the game. And they can't hook up goal here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got an open man. They'll keep us running. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness.
They need so bad. They have time to get a 1st down, clock it, or use the...
A few plays to the sideline, and we actually have a chance. We're in field goal range. With 18 seconds left, we try one more play to get closer for our kicker. I throw it to the middle of the field, which is a mistake. We don't get the 1st down, and I can't remember how to spike the ball, so I just throw the ball away. They don't call intentional grounding for some reason, and we get lucky with 2 seconds left on the clock. And it all comes down to this field goal.
Nice job by the offense putting you in position.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And his kick is good. His 3rd field goal of the game, and this is the one that wins it.
Kicking has been one of the hardest aspects of this game for me. Thankfully, we clutched this up. Southern Miss 20, Ragin Cajuns 18. Player of the game goes to Quez McNeil, who had the big interception for the defensive touchdown. We're now a level 5 coach, and we do have some coaching coin to spend. We're going to be looking in the recruiter archetype, and here are a few of those abilities that we've already unlocked. We have O-line blocking at level 3, and we have running backs at level 2. We are going to go ahead and purchase another level on our running backs, which is going to be level 3, Always Be Recruiting, which increases the weekly recruiting hours for our running backs. So we now have that for both running backs and offensive linemen. I thought about purchasing Tier 1 in a couple of other positions as well, but I decided to be conservative and stick with what I've got for now. Moving on to some top stories around the league, Michigan beats Minnesota in a rivalry game. Connor Wegman is Offensive Player of the Game with 335 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Utah beats Arizona in a top 25 matchup 39-35. And Deion Walker is the Defensive Player of the Game for Kentucky with 1 sack, 6 tackles, and 3 tackles for loss. That's going to do it for today's episode. We got 2 more wins and made up for our embarrassing loss to South Florida. If you're still here, be sure to hit that thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe to my channel for more content. We'll pick back up next episode with a game against Louisiana Monroe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.